deep state leak. McCabe Memo suggests that Rosenstein helped provide Trump with a cover story for Comey's firing. Another day, another deep state leak to the New York Times. Now, according to the New York Times, one of the memos McCabe penned last spring reveals that the former deputy director of the FBI feared Rosenstein helped provide Trump with a cover story for his Comey firing. Yes, the same Rosenstein who authorized Mueller to shut down President Trump and anyone and everyone connected to him. Now, the President of the United States has the authority to fire the FBI director because he doesn't like the color of his tie if he so chose, but Mueller is investigating possible obstruction of justice now because he has nothing on the junk Russia case. Now, the New York Times reports this. The former acting FBI director, Andrew McCabe, wrote a confidential memo last spring recounting a conversation that offered significant behind-the-scenes details on the firing of Mr. McCabe's predecessor, James Comey, according to several people familiar with the discussion. Mr. Comey's firing is a central focus of the special counsel's investigation into whether President Trump tried to obstruct the investigation into his campaign's ties to Russia. Mr. McCabe has turned over his memo to the special counsel, Robert Mueller. Now, in the document, whose contents have not been previously reported, Mr. McCabe described a conversation at the Justice Department with the Deputy Attorney General Rod Rosenstein in chaotic days last May. After Mr. Comey's abrupt firing, Mr. Rosenstein played a key role in the dismissal, writing a memo that rebuked Mr. Comey over his handling of an investigation into Hillary Clinton. But in the meeting at the Justice Department, Mr. Rosenstein added a new detail. He said that the president had originally asked him to reference Russia in his memo. The people familiar with the conversation said Mr. Rosenstein did not elaborate on what Mr. Trump had wanted him to say. Mr. McCabe, that seemed like the possible evidence that Mr. Comey's firing was actually related to the FBI's investigation into the Trump campaign's ties to Russia, and Mr. Rosenstein helped provide a cover story by writing about the Clinton investigation. Now, one person who was briefed on Mr. Rosenstein's conversation with the president said that Mr. Trump had simply wanted Mr. Rosenstein to mention that he was not personally under investigation in the Russia inquiry. Mr. Rosenstein said it was unnecessary and did not include such a reference. Mr. Trump ultimately said it himself when announcing the firing. McCabe should not be taken seriously, however. The corrupt former FBI official is not a reliable witness. He was just criminally referred to the Justice Department by the Inspector General for lying under oath several times. This McCabe memo just shows how paranoid the Obama holdovers become after Trump was elected. They are all throwing each other under the bus because they were all involved in covering up Hillary's many crimes. Alright, so if you'd like to support the channel, do so by clicking the links in the description below. But other than that, I hope you guys have a great day. And be sure to share, like, subscribe, and comment down below as well. And tell me how you feel about this report. Let's make America great again. I appreciate every single one of you. Peace.